We'll worry about that in a little bit if we have time. Going back to dialing the phone, you can, like I said, press the only button that's on the phone that is round, and that is the home button. If you press it and hold it down, you hear a double beep. And of course, with me having spoken, I've spoiled the whole thing. So I'm going to cancel and do it again. And basically, what that does is it allows you to dial a number or a contact by voice. If you have them in your phone, you could dial the contact. If you don't, you could just dial the number. At least I think you could. Yeah, you can. We'll find out. Yeah. And what is the word? Dial or? Dial. Okay, all right. So. Dial or call. So hold down. You hear the thing. That's not very scientific, is it? Call 202-707-9890. And it just said calling 202-707-9890 in the ear piece of it. And again, it's just as though you've dialed the number with the keypad. It just saves you having to go into the phone app or do any of that nasty stuff. Okay. 1, 5, save as contact, but star. I'm going to hang up on myself. 0, save as star.
We have a question from the audience. Star.
Yep.
My question is that I use that call feature a lot, but sometimes when I'm calling a number, I end up, I don't have my keypad on. What do you suggest in that event? Do you have to quickly go down and try to find the keypad, or can you actually dictate what number you want them to press?
I'm assuming that you're talking about once the call is connected and entering the tones to interact with the phone conversation. Is that correct?
Well, like when you were dialing your number, you had to press a certain number. But if you call your number, you don't have.
Right, right. So if you know that you're calling a number that will require you to press 1 or 2, I do not recommend you use this feature. Open the phone and get the dial through the keypad or through the contact. Just simply because once your phone is connected, you will no longer, the phone actually surprisingly turns into a phone. You will no longer be able to do that cool stuff. Not most of it anyway. So any questions on that? And all right, very good.
We have a question from the conference call. So I'm going to attempt to use this. Okay.
You want to try this one?
I have a comment about voice command.
Okay, so we have so why don't you leave that one over here? I'm going to try that one. This one, okay? Okay. So go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So the question is, can you ask phone to dial when it's contact?
Okay, you're fading out. Can you do that one more time for me?
Can you ask the phone to call naming someone in contact?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, hold on one second. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you actually can.
Oh, wait, we're getting Mark back on.
I think no. Yeah. You can actually. Hold on. 1 second. Let me just.
You like call John Smith.
I think Mark's working on. Mark's going to give a demonstration of it right now.
Call Leslie Bobbitt.
Leslie Bobbitt's in the audience. Where you got?
Shh. Mobile.
Ring Leslie.
I think I dialed your other mobile.
Hello.
I think I dialed your normal number, the one. Yeah, I dialed the wrong number. There. I dialed her other mobile. She has 2 mobile phones now.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you can dial via name. Works very well.
Did that answer your question? Okay, we have another question on the phone. Patrick, can you?
And this is going to comment about voice command too.
Okay, we have a question.
Okay, so I just want to let everybody know. A couple of months ago, I was out and there was an emergency situation, and I kept trying to get my phone to. I kept using voice command, trying to get my phone to dial 911. It wouldn't do it. I finally had to use the keypad. So I would just say that voice command works. At least for me, it kind of works well about 60% of the time. Other 40% of the time, it doesn't work so well. It requires several attempts, or I just have to resort to the contact list or the keypad. I'm told, though, that if you want 911 to work better, it's best to create it in the contact list and like name an emergency or something like that. Then you can say call emergency, and that's better.
All right, I don't know if everyone heard that. It was just a comment about 911 calling, saying he tried using voice command to dial 911 in an emergency, and it wasn't working. And so the quick solution is to have it to put it in your contacts. So
Again, I was just having a side conversation. You will, once you've gotten used to the iPhone, you will probably abandon voice dialing altogether because it won't work properly in a noisy situation, probably not in a car. In a lot of situations where there's background noise, it could be frustrating. But again, you just bought this cool iPhone. And I remember when I bought mine, it took me an hour and a half to enter my wireless password. So you're still struggling with the keypad. That's a good, quick way to get you started. And now for a quick comic relief.
Hey there, I'm Capstro Dallas, your friendly synthesizer. I'm gonna read your screen today. Let's see here. You got a window open with some stuff in it, talking about passwords and things. It says, type in your password, then mash the login button. After you do that, you can do stuff. If this is a Mac and you want it to talk, just press Command F5. Then it will say, voiceover on.
All right. So we'll stop right there. Again, I'm going to continue. And the other app I was going to quickly demonstrate, and I know we're running out of time.
that's a synthesizer that sounds like it has a firm handshake.
Yeah.
So-
Page 1 of 3. Contact. Shopping.
Can I ask you two quick questions about?
It's a very good question, and that
Okay.
actually segues exactly into what I'm going to do next.
Okay, so can you repeat the question because she didn't have a mic, and then we have two quick questions from the conference call.
All right. So the question was, is the voice dialing only limited to dialing your telephone, or can it be used for other purposes? That was the question.
And the answer.
Well, the answer is I was going to talk about that next.
Okay. Do you want to wait for that while we get these two other questions from the conference call?
Let me finish, and then we can just open it up for questions and
Okay.
answers for the whole panel.
Okay.
Okay. So the other uses of the voice dialing, which I am not going to demonstrate as such, but that are specific to the iPhone and iPod, are you can use it to play a song, you can use it to tell what's playing, and you can just simply, while your phone is playing, you can hold down the home key, and when you hear the double tone, you'll say what's playing, and it'll tell you again what is playing. However, third parties can and do often make use of voice input. And what I'm going to demonstrate is Bing, the Microsoft app, search app, and how it works actually quite nicely with voice search. Bing is a free app you can get from the App Store, and you do have to configure it in such for it to work in the cool way that I'm going to show you. And I can certainly answer or talk about that. But with Bing, I've got the phone, I've got the app running. If I lift the app up to my ear, Moby Dick of Arlington.
Moby Dick, local. Moby Dick of Arlington. 3000 Washington BLVD 70. Arlington, Virginia. 222 2010.55 miles.
So the feature is called motion sensing. If you enable that in your settings on Bing, it senses when the phone comes to closer to your ear. You can say what you're searching for, and you'll hear the click, click, click. And one of the unique things I like about it is it actually works nicely with voiceover. Siri and many of the other apps that some of the seasoned users here know about require you to silence your voiceover before you talk, or talk, as the speech synthesizer would say. Um, this one works very nicely. When you hold it up to your ear, it does the bloop, and that automatically silences to turn the speech off or to conduct your search. And it's just going to search for some gobbledygook now. You just take the phone away from your ear. There are other apps. What you cannot do natively on the iPhone with voice yet is you cannot write a text message without using a third-party app. You cannot write an email without using a third-party app. There are apps like Dragon Nuance that will allow you to write emails and text messages. They actually, in my opinion, do require a little bit more knowledge of the iPhone because you need to go into download the app, install the app, turn it on, configure it, and then tap and silence your voiceover. And if you haven't lost me yet, obviously you can probably use it. But if you have, it probably isn't the right application. Not yet. So in any case, that's all I have because we are fairly running out of time fairly quickly here.